rooted. Deeply rooted. Deeply rooted. Deeply rooted.
Yeah.
Hey, deeply rooted. Y'all like that summer version? Deeply rooted. Deeply rooted. Deeply rooted. And hey, greetings, kings, queens. Welcome to the Deeply Rooted Podcast Show. Here is where reality meets wisdom and wisdom meets reality. First thing first, we got to give a big shout out to the big G-O-D, for waking us all up this morning. Now we can watch the show and do the show. All right, y'all. Today's show is Business 101. We have on the couch today, Mr. Derek Ferguson. Whoa. He is the only black-owned staff and service guy I know. And that is quite admirable. You know what I'm saying? We also have on the couch is Coach Kwee, representing Mahia, big boss lady in the house. Y'all already know. We got French Fry over here, the one lady band. Y'all see she giving us a good new mixture of soulful things of our deeply rooted. Because we love chanting deeply rooted. Deeply rooted. So we gonna keep giving y'all some different versions of that. Y'all know we got dude on the couch over here representing Columbus, Ohio. But he wears a Texas chain. No, I'm just saying, once you move down here, you are a Texan, okay? You know what I'm saying? Plus, he about to lay it down in Texas. He ain't going nowhere here with the business effect. All right, now, back to our topic today, Business 101. All right, first of all, y'all, there are a lot of self-employed people out here. There are a lot of people who want to be self-employed. It's steps to getting there. Some people need to share the secrets, some people don't. Today we are sharing those secrets, and I called in a very close friend and special client of mine of years. Y'all, he's very dedicated. He know how it is to be self-employed. Right. I called him to be on the show today, one, because he knows the dedication it takes to become self-employed. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. He may have been self-employed before, but I me and my memories. But I do know that when I met him again this time, he was working as a correctional officer, and he work.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all work, sometimes this man be sleeping in his chair. In fact, I know he remembers I meet a lot of people that work together, clients and stuff, right. And so one client was like, we were just talking about her, and she was like, yeah, my coworker. And in the jailhouse, y'all know they go by last name. So I happen to know a lot of my clients' last name, but a lot of military don't be knowing that ain't how it go. But that's what made it even funnier. You know what I'm saying? Where you remember when she was like, yes, a guy at my job, his hair be bad, and I was like wondering where he came from. And I said, it probably here. She was like, yeah, because it looked familiar. And then we figured out, yes, she was like, Ferguson. Oh my God, he be sleeping on the job. Do he sleep in the chair? You know what I'm saying? So the funny part about that is,
telling your business, man. Telling your business. No, that was one time.
The funny part about it is that she was basically saying that he works a lot.
Yeah.
And that he be looking like he sleep on the job. Now he wasn't sleep, y'all. That ain't what I meant. He was a correction officer. He can't be sleep. But he used to work a lot of hours. Right. And she was one that used to be like, I'll be telling him to go home. Like when she figured out that he came to me and, first thing was funny was, does he fall asleep in your chair? I was like, I don't know.
I didn't realize I was doing that till you said, yeah, he'd be kind of
then I had to think about it. And I was like, well, badly. And I said, I know he'd be tired because I know how it is. When you're moving and grooving and you're on the grind and you sit still, it happens to myself. That's why it's hard for me to sit still. When you are an entrepreneur, your own boss, nothing moves unless you make it move. Unless you pointing the fingers, but you're still moving something. Yeah. So my point of me telling Derek's business when he was a correction officer was the point like to say that everybody that I knew that worked there with you said you were a hard worker. Yeah. They love working with you, but the girl made it funny. She was like, I don't want to work with him no more because he be sleepy because he be working them hours, and I know he be sleepy because I said something to him. Yeah. And she was like, it's only because we in here.
Well, I had to move around a lot, but I'd work 7 days straight, 6 days straight. Sometimes I work. One time I worked 11 days straight, but I got in trouble
But they're like, no, you can't. So I just would work the maximum I could, which was like 6 or 7 days, 12-hour shifts.
It's like, how do you work 11 days straight? I mean, I know how you do it.
You get sleep. You wake up, you get your uniform, and go back to work. You know?
No, because I know, like, we talk about like non-stop and just woke, no sleep. Because I remember it was time we like team no sleep, and he was like, I know what that is. Because I've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some people have that motor in them. I've always been like that. Even when I was younger, I just work doubles, and I just work a lot. So that's what really inspired me to get my own thing, because I'm like, if I can make somebody else some money and work that hard for them, then I can't do it for myself.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot more work because you have to do everything, but it's still, if you have that mentality where you work, and it's not hard, and you just like do it, it's like, yeah, why not?
Right. Right. And that's I'm still saying why I admire this man, y'all. He worked at that prison. A lot of people know how it is working at the prison.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because
Not
the young
fun.
lady was just like, I don't want to work because he falling asleep now. You know what I'm saying? But she said he you know, he's a grinder. I do, but we gotta make sure he gets some rest. Tell him to get some sleep. That was the funny part of it.
Yeah.
But this man had a plan, y'all. He worked out there at that prison all those hours, killing it. They teased him. Remember, they would see like, do you have a girlfriend? He was like, I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying?
I just told them, like, they didn't believe me. I'm like, and as soon as I got enough money, I'm like, all right, just approach them. I'm like, oh, this is my last day. Like, really? Like, yeah. I mean, there's no issues, no arguments, no drama. Just like, okay, I turned in my uniform, I was it, because I had a goal. I want to make at least $10K, and then like, my bills are good for a minute, and then I can just invest into my business and just go from there. Right. So I don't have to work, but my bills are okay, and I can just go ahead and do my thing. Everything's already set up, you know, the LLC, the website, the Facebook page, everything, a LinkedIn account, all that good stuff. So I'm like, why not? I mean, I can keep working, but why? Just do it.
Right.
Just do it.
Did you like start working on that stuff as you were working at the prison? Like
no, I had a lot of that stuff set up, but then I set it up during COVID when I was doing CNA work.
Okay.
I remember I was working. I made I think like what $17K in like I think 2 months working, because I was working, but I was getting COVID money, right? But I was working like I always do, and my agency had actually sent me an invoice, and I was like, wait a minute, they made $40K off of me.
Uh-oh.
And I only made 17. Why can't I? I'm the CNA. I'm the one here. Right. I know nurses. I know the stuff. They're corporate. Like, they don't like. So I was like, I should do this. So I have everything in place, like, you know, 2021, 2022, right? And then I just like set on it. I'm like, okay. And then I started, you know, life goes on, whatever. I kind of put in the back burner. And I thought, this is the last job I ever want to have. Work for somebody. I don't want to do it for myself. So I was like, I got a plan. I'll take it one more time. I'll go back to corrections. I did it before when I was young. I grind it out. Take all the stuff you have to go with, and they were paying an alright salary, like $20 an hour, and I was like, I'm just gonna work.
Right.
And I did it. I started like in September of last year, and I just stopped working. I think around March of this year. I kept going.
That's gold.
I just kept going. Like I'd work and like, you know.
Listen, young world.
Yeah.
Young men, boys, girls, listen to this man. My whole point of saying like I'm a boss, right? But I look up to this man because as I'm doing his hair and talking to him over the course of this time, y'all, he had a plan. Then one day, I'm stopping JB. So what I'm saying to y'all is that he worked out this plan for all y'all to think that y'all can go out here and be rock stars, superstars, get this and that, and it happen like that. It does not happen overnight. It don't happen overnight. But this man worked up and was able to leave his job, not quit. He resigned.
You know.
He resigned and was able to start his own business. I'm saying because it's not the way that it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if he want to go back to that prison, they let him come back.
Yeah, they always need help.
But I'm
like,
saying,
really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's it. There's no issue. I'm not mad. I'm go ahead and go.
Did you do a 2-week notice?
No, I just said they were like, oh, well, give it a week. I'm like, I mean, what for? I got a nice little last check, and then they were all nice. Like, well, good luck. I gave the stuff back, and there was no issue and no drama.
He said, I gave the stuff back. You know, it's only funny because you know when you go to a job, they want to raise some saying about a uniform or something. So you're like, oh, here you go. They like,
gave them
they know you're
happy. Washed them, pressed them. Here you go. Turn them in. The one lady I work with is like, this is your last day you leaving? Well, to make something like, for what? Just, what's that gonna do? I have bigger goals. Like, that's nothing. I'm never gonna see this person again. I don't have to work with them anymore. So if we did have issues, it's fine. I'm focused on the important goals. All the other stuff is background noise to me. So
right.
I mean,
right. Just don't run them in the streets like you gotta stay involved. But y'all see, that is an extraordinary story. You gotta be dedicated to what you want and how you're gonna do it. I was a former guest on the show, season 1, Mr. Beasley Reese. He mentioned on the show, which was something that already rang a bell for me many, many moons, but he re-rang that bell because sometimes you'll burn yourself out. Yeah. And just like you got burned out on that job, like, okay, this is enough. I'm done. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But one hint of advice on that show, I think it was season 1, episode 3. He said the key to his success was that whatever he was going to do, he did it every day. You know what I'm saying? There was something toward it, whether it was read a book toward it, whether it was Google it, whether it was go visit somebody that was doing it, whether it was ask somebody a question. He said even if it's out of 24 hours, I took 10 minutes to call somebody and ask them a question about what I was focused on that they knew about. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart.
So I'm going to say that again, that was like some of the best advice I could have got at the age of 40-something, whatever I was when he said it. But we're going to take a moment and talk to our guests and everybody, and y'all go ahead and give the community, give some young man, some young woman, somebody that's looking into business that is serious, because this stuff is not going to apply to you if you are not serious about what you're doing. Don't waste your time. Time is too valuable, so if you're going to spend it on something, do it on something positive. And if you're not and you're working on something, don't waste nobody else's time trying to get them to show you the game. Because they always say that people don't want to show you the game. People do want to show people the game. The thing about it is that we show people the game and they think that you're going to run the game for them. That you know what I'm saying? So that's not how it works. So Mr. Ferguson, I was going to tell you, go ahead and give, what do you think is fundamental in taking an initiative step to becoming self-employed, being your own boss? Especially if, say for instance, if you're in a job that you feel like is a dead-end job, or even if it's a job that you feel like has potential for you, and you're deciding that I want to be my own boss. This is the last time I'll make them own money. What are one of the first things that ring to your mind that you would give somebody that came to you and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about leaving my job and starting my own business"? What is one of the first things you would say to them, male or female, no matter what kind of business it is? I want y'all all to think about the same thing because I want all y'all to give the same advice.
Make a plan. For me, I have to write things out. So make a plan because you have to be realistic, though. So make a plan. Okay, I'm at this
That's
job.
Realistic, y'all. A plan is realistic.
Yeah. Write what you want to do, what you think about doing, what you think you can make money at. Okay, I'm at this job. What's the goal now? To get out of this job so I can self-sustain. I can stay at this job, start putting money to the side for this right here. Research, because we live in the world of information. And information is free nowadays. So you say about the game, but I mean, you can get most of the game just online yourself. And you can get a mentor later on when you get more advanced, but a lot of this, you click away, Google, YouTube.
Right.
If you're interested in it, you can look it up and it's right there. It's literally information right there.
Right.
How do I LLC? How do I get my own business account? What do I need this? How do I get business credit? It's all right there. Just watch videos. Now, if you're not really interested, you don't want to do the work, then you're not really, you don't want it. Right. But if you do, you will take the time to be like, oh, okay. Damn, let me take notes. Okay, because knowledge is power. That's what I would do, make a plan. And be realistic and then start taking little small steps. Right. Incremental steps. Yeah. I saved money over here today. I saved enough money and I got an LLC today. Boom. I'm not doing anything with it, but I got that. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Today I got some equipment for the maybe a food truck I want to get or whatever. Okay. Right. Boom. One time I scouted some buildings or whatever. Then I searched the market. Okay. How does what kind of food sells in this area? What do I need to do for a food truck or whatever? All that stuff. And you just go down the list. The list. So that's what I would do. Make a plan.
Make a plan and go down the checklist and step at a time.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Build on it. Build on the plan.
All right. Cool beans. Coach Quee.
Well, what I would tell them first of all, you have to be disciplined. You got to stay disciplined. You got to be consistent, and you have to already be inspired.
Okay.
Inspired to do it. You could say that you want to do something, but if you're not disciplined Like if you're undisciplined in one area of your life, you're not going to be able to run a business.
Right.
You have to be disciplined in all areas.
Right.
And always know that, like you said, you have to study upon this thing and not only have a plan, but know how to execute the plan. You have to have realistic, like you said, realistic goals. And keep your eyes on your own paper. I say that all the time. Keep your eyes on your own paper. I don't care if it's something that you want to do it. Because you're worried about, well, such and such is selling lashes, such and such has a staffing company, such and such doing this. What about you? I tell people that all the time, and I use this same example. When you go in the grocery store, on the bread aisle, the grocery stores do not take their time out and separate bread. They put it all right there and let you pick out which bread you want. So don't worry about who is better or who is doing this. People are going to buy what they want. People are going to come to your business because they want to do business with you.
Right.
Period. And you have to know, always be coachable, teachable and coachable in business. Always be a sponge, because there's always somebody that's been in business longer than you and always are doing the same business, and they have had a lot of hiccups and failures. But a failure to me is a quit. If you quit, that's when you fail. Because you got other alphabets, that A, B, and C, and plan. No, you got other alphabets, and keep going.
Right.
Keep going.
Right.
If this don't work, keep going. Do something else. Keep going. That's what fuels you. So I'm just gonna say, always stay positive about it. Because every day ain't gonna be no good day.
Right.
No.
Right.
Every day ain't gonna be no good day.
You just never know when you're in business for yourself.
Stay positive, and always remember, when you're your own boss, you don't have to ask nobody when you can take off or when you can do this or when you can do that. But being your own boss, you always have to sacrifice your time. You have to be, when I mean consistency, you have to have that consistency, because you can't say you're in business and you ain't open.
Right.
And they get used to you. You can't say you're in business and you can't deliver your services like you need to.
Right. Amen. Yes. I'm going to fall in there and say that...
we didn't swear in. You forgot.
I don't know. Well, we should have swearing on business. And you a little late on your job.
But I was interested.
But what I was going to say is, we're coming with, it was something you said on there, but I was going to say you got to have structure.
Oh, yeah.
And if at first you don't succeed, try again, because you only lose when you quit. And that's the only failure. I mean, you can bump your head and start all over again, period, but just make sure, if you do bump your head, that you don't walk the same path, that you walk it a little bit different. Don't be insane and keep trying the same thing that isn't working for you. A business can work out. Sometimes it may not work out the way that you expect it to, and it may work out a whole nother way. Right. Don't give up if it don't work out at your first thought. Because a lot of times we think on impulse, especially being your own boss, you second guess yourself a lot. You can overthink, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the structure comes in, of trying not to overthink things. And if you are an overthinker, like you said, you got to have the discipline ahead of time. I think that's what you're talking about. Discipline and structure are kind of the same. So if you know that you're an overthinker, that's just not going to change at the age of 35. And I'm not saying you start your business at that age. You can start your business at 25 and carry those habits. Because once something becomes routine, it's just a habit and it's not easy to change it. But self-awareness of knowing that is something that you deal with, and you got to structure yourself to make that work for you. I mean, I know some lazy business owners, but you have to structure things that work for you, if that's going to be it. And that might sound funny. And the reason being, as I say it, is because to give you an example of a lazy business owner, they might be the one to go in the middle of the night and write up everything else, but they ain't doing nothing else come AM. You know what I'm saying? Like, nope, I'm sleeping. Everybody could be calling, but everything could be there, but they're not there to make sure that it is running properly. You know, you can get away with some of that stuff. It just depends on the type of business, and I guess it varies with the different types of businesses. Not trying to give y'all no business to be lazy in, because in reality you can't be lazy in business, especially not for yourself. Anything that you overlook or let go past, it generally bites you in the end, so you might as well go on and do it structurally anyway, you know?
One more thing, I didn't mean to interrupt. One more thing. if you're gonna do anything before you even start a business, you have to personally develop. You can't go in that same person. The old you that wasn't a business owner, so you have had to be a customer first before you can be a boss,
Right.
owner.
Right.
So you have to have that kind of personal development to where you can talk and resolve situations with consumers without causing beef or drama or posting on Facebook and stuff like that.
Right.
It's a way you should. No, for real, it's a way you should handle
People do
yourself.
that. What?
What?
We'll give you some examples on another show.
That's it. My money, like, if I have an issue, I'm gonna keep it like professional. I might internally think something, but I might not post on.
A lot of people
They're not personally developed. They take how they are now, or if they cuss you out now, they're gonna cuss you out then. And you have to have thicker skin. You have to be developed. I say that like your business etiquette, if you would. You have to have business etiquette. If you don't have it,
it ain't just gonna show up when you need it or when it needs to be in place. Basically, it's not. And like we say, okay, I'm gonna go back to saying like sometimes if things can happen as you run the business, it ain't gonna always go according to A, B, C, and D. Every now and then you might go A, C, and it still be a great day, but you skip B, and then it needs to be in there. That's, for example, is what French Fry was over here trying to say, is that with our guests, we swear everybody in. Because most of the time we're listening to testimonials and stuff like that. Today is business one-on-one. It's kind of different, you know what I'm saying? So it's got a kind of different vibe, so that's kind of why I didn't just say, okay, look, you all right? That's why you a co-host. No. But that's your part to put it in. Now, one thing that we should still have, even though I know we're listening to us and there's really not a lot of cut in, is that maybe we should have our flowers. Just in case anybody want to ask anything, is heck late in the game, but just in case y'all need one. Just in case anybody want to cut in, do y'all want one? Because I know
one.
Sometimes. Sometimes I like asking a question. Look, he just passing around. Okay.
Everybody's hoping.
Y'all look, no. Somebody finally got the gnome head.
Wait, what?
No, it's funny. Look, we generally fight over flowers. It's funny. We pull them out, everybody snatch one. So this is the first for me having this. Is that a first for you having that one? This is the first everybody else like that. No, you know what? But you're great.
I get the host. Here you go. You want to on your own show?
No, you rock. It's a beautiful thing. But y'all see how I act when somebody else got my flower? Y'all know to behave. Okay, carry on, show. Back to business. But see how that was handled in a business structure. Even though that y'all know we usually do the show. We usually pass the flowers. But see, even Kashawn, that means that she's a good team worker in the thing, because not only we came in and say you hired us to do a job, and it's us four, okay, and we doing the job. Like say this your show, you like you over there because you look like you a big boss for real with this suit, okay. But I mean, I love you. You're supposed to dress to impress. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you're looking good, you're feeling good, and when you're feeling good, you're looking good.
Effortless mindset,
yeah, exactly. Yep. So I love that. So if you was over there and watching us and saying y'all doing this show, we doing the show for you, we supposed to be running, and you looking like JB didn't say this or da. It can be a comeback. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean in saying that sometimes business don't go the way it's supposed to go. But just because you missed out don't mean you skip it every time.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You figure it out, because we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's most everything.
I should have told them that I was going to run it a little differently, but I was worried about the food, y'all. And we didn't get y'all used to be talking about. But anyways, not really important. It's just that we use these to not talk over each other, because sometimes there are conversations we're like ooh. So then that's when you get the wave, your flower, or whatever. I'm pretty sure we'll have you back as a guest. So that time we'll probably talk about something else in it, and be like, hey, what you think about this? And when we start asking you more and more like personal stuff, then we're gonna need to know if it's the truth. Then we're gonna have to grade that right in. And so hold on. So you better not be on this show misleading people on business moves, but we know you're not, y'all. We just messing with them. No. That's all. So to our people over here in the chairs, dude on the couch and French Fry. I know y'all know that we are self-employed. Yourself is too. You run your own band. Dude on the couch right now is running his own brand. He's learning. Do you have any questions coming into business? I know you got me and you know what I'm saying, you watching me, and I might do a lot of stuff for you, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Do you have any questions that are for other business owners outside of me because they may can answer differently.
Yeah. Ain't well, my question is, because I kind of my question is, how do you stay motivated after you already accomplish your goal? Like, what motivates you? Like after you already accomplish everything, what makes you stay motivated to keep doing it? Like,
success is like anything else. If you play a sport, do you just like not be motivated if you score a touchdown or? You know what I'm saying? You keep going because like, I want more. It's like an addiction. Like, how much money can I make?
Okay.
How can I expand? Oh, maybe I want a second business. That's how you keep motivated.
Okay.
Look to something bigger. Look to even sometimes.
You have to get back to a community or whatever.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Like you always get inspired by the next level. It's always another level.
Sometimes look back because usually when you're on your way up, there are people around you like, oh, I like what you're doing. Oh, turn back and look for one of those people that are maybe trying to actually do something.
Yeah.
Don't just go back and try to be a hood legend or nothing like that. Like, just randomly just helping anybody who's not motivated.
Yeah.
But maybe it might be somebody around you that is motivated to do something that you can reach back and mentor a little bit. Like, okay, well, hey, have you taken steps to do this? That's like passing on free game. And that's, to me, I think that giving and whether it's just giving people good game, showing them how you do it, giving them a little bit of your time, that's some of the best reward for me.
Yeah.
Like I tell y'all all the time that I like cooking for y'all for the show.
That do make me feel comfortable to see somebody that motivate someone to accomplish it. Showing them the good mouthpiece that I taught, that I was learning, that I passed it on. That makes me feel.
I'm sorry, y'all. I really laugh. Go ahead.
And then what I was gonna tell you more. Success, you never. It's least. You can't buy success because if you don't put in the work to pay for it, you lose it.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So you're never done. You have to always stay motivated because you're never done being successful. You can be a has-been. You know what I'm saying? Because time's always changing. So you need to always be, I don't care whatever field that you're in, whatever you're branding, you have to come back and rebrand yourself to keep up with the times in order to stay on the map, stay in folks' face, to stay on the forefront.
Yeah. Right. That's just like for me, for instance, I've been doing hair for a long time. I didn't care about social media. It's like I was forced. My daughter had to set up a Facebook page for me. I hated taking care of that stuff, going through that. But like Coach Creed was saying, as time evolves, you gotta roll with it. You gotta change up. You gotta boss up to it. I didn't want to. I still don't really like social media, but I rolls with it. I fools with it now. You know what I'm saying? We kind of mess with each other a little bit. We date, but I 100% see that, and that's like the hardest thing of being an entrepreneur because you have to roll with the times. That's like you might have a product or a brand, and as time evolves, you got to change that brand or you got to step it up somehow, one way or another. I don't care if it's like, say for instance, you have a staffing service and say everybody start getting staffing services. Then you got to make something different about your staffing service because what may have worked the first 20 years may not work in the next 20 years. Like for instance, just being funny, y'all, he might have a staffing service for 20 years and then in 20 years from now he still got this staffing services, but now we got robot maids. So now he got to go invest in some robots to go to his staffing service to send him out on jobs. That would be dope, huh? You send a robot out to do it.
Innovation is a thing on many job fields, so you got to be careful. You got to get yours. You're like,
exactly.
It's out there now.
But that was just to give those an example of what we meant about growing with your
Stay motivated.
I can agree with you on that with the brand changing or whatever when you have to go. Because I was Kashawn Blue in the Dirty Crawfish for 15 years, and it was like I was doing good, making doing whatever case may be. But it's like I'm not saying nobody showed any more interest, but it's like when I changed my music, didn't change, but did blues and little country. But then everybody's like, "What you doing, Dirty Crawfish? It's too long of a name." So I kept hearing this too long of a name. But I was like, that's my background, that's my culture, so Dirty Crawfish. So, but then I took off the Dirty Crawfish, so now I'm Kashawn Blue. That's it. But I mean, but like you said, you have to go with the time to change. And look, I just did 2 singles or whatever. I was like, when we putting out the CD, they was like, CD, who you talking about? CD? They don't do CDs no more. I said, I was ready to go make 1,000 CDs. What? They was like, We don't do that.
Child, they make the new cars that don't even have CD players in them. You know what I'm saying?
Streaming.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
wait
another.
a minute.
Yeah, you didn't know that newer
No, I
cars.
just thought about that. Yeah.
They don't have it. They have like you can put a USB or something in there. But you don't know. No, I will keep y'all an old school car that got a CD player with a tape deck. You can choose one of them.
With an auxiliary.
With an auxiliary, then plug it up to. See, that's the life right there.
Cassette player.
I'm just saying, with a cassette player, I don't care if it got a cassette player with an auxiliary cord.
No,
But what I'm saying is that they're leaving us one option.
Because
One
you
option.
spend more because you're gonna lose the CD. I mean,
You might not.
I mean, but you have to digitally download it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. When I'm telling y'all, that's crazy.
Well, the money dictates everything.
You
So that's
spend
why
more because you like the song enough, you go buy it again.
They streamline everything. It's cost effective, but that's the way of the future. So that's why people don't use typewriters anymore. They use keyboards, and then now they're using voice chat. So it just keeps going on because it's more optimized.
I miss the CDs though.
I do too. I miss laying CDs out your trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember when I did do my little tangle with Jay Bizzle and I'm a Beast, and I was like, man, I'm about to give me some CD. They was like, CD. And the funny thing was that people was actually still buying them from me just so they can have one. But they was like, oh, what if I got a CD player?
Right.
And when I started hearing that, I didn't get no more. I was like, this y'all kind of like, damn, I'm old. I want to make me a tape.
Right.
But they got DVDs ready are out now. DVDs.
I don't know. It's like they went from CDs, DVDs, and then the Blu-rays, and then it just disappeared.
Weird.
So I don't even know if they sell the stuff in. You know what kills me? They sell all them. Walmart got all the DVD movies and everything, but then it's not the same movies on cable. But y'all, I'm not knocking what the world and society is doing. You just got to catch on, and so catching on is part of what makes you an entrepreneur. If you decide to get out there and run your own business, you're just catching on to what everybody else is doing. Everybody just finding their way because there's so many people in the world. No matter what business you acquire, it's enough people for it to go around one way or another.
Right.
So I do say staying in business. Now, y'all, we're gonna run the table around. We already talked about the startup. So anybody else got anything they want to ask on this startup? Is the first thought process. It got to be in you. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, Coach Quee said it got to be in you. That was a really great coaching tip to where don't think that saying it in your mind, I'm about to be a boss, is going to give you the heart to be a boss. You got to already have the heart.
You gotta dress like it.
You gotta do a whole lot. When
Carry
you look
yourself.
in the mirror, you gotta see a boss and act like a boss. You gotta be already thinking like a boss. Okay? So now, y'all, we're gonna say maintaining the boss status. Staying self-employed for many, many, many years. My tip on staying, of course, is rolling with the times, But the main thing is, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to expand your business. Add to it one way or another. Realize that there is no I in team. So grab you a team if you can, but don't just grab anybody. Don't be so quick to be a boss. And just grab and work with anybody. Choose your co-workers and the people that you work with carefully. That's what's going to give you longevity. Because if you just grabbing anybody that's not dedicated, that's going to have you swapping up. That's going to cause a fluctuation in whatever you're producing. You may not get the same quality swapping up on people and stuff. So I recommend making sure that you stay consistent and improving your team, improving what you're doing, and looking forward to making sure that it grows. Don't ever be comfortable standing still. All right, did I talk too long? All right, what y'all think? Maintaining being a boss and staying in business. So what good tip would you say?
I consider myself a noob, so I'll just pick it back before you said, just getting a team together, because you can't do it all yourself. Eventually you're going to have help. I would say properly vet the person, make sure the skills come first over like just personal praise or emotions, just can they do the job?
Like that, over emotions.
Yeah.
Skills over emotions,
Can they do the job and continue to expand from there? Move with the market, be innovative.
Okay.
And yeah, just stay motivated. That's what I would think. Have longevity and stay in business or whatever.
Okay.
Maybe you have to rebrand every once in a while, But yeah, that's what I would do.
Upgrade, yeah. Stay with the trend.
What, could you give like an example for like the rebranding? I mean, what would be sufficient? I mean,
like maybe like a slightly different motivated concept of what your original business was. Like let's say, okay, staffing service. So primarily, I concentrate. My niche is like medical, like CNAs, nursing, respiratory tech, whatever. But let's say, okay, hey, guess what? IT is hot right now. So guess what? I'm gonna expand it, and I also staff for IT or administrative assistant or security. I'm still a staffing service, but that's a caveat to what I already have, and now I can get more clients, and it's a instead of just one niche, I can go to multiple ones. Mm-hmm. So there you go. This is my primary, but these are my junior ones. I also do this, and you compete, and just keep expanding. So just gonna.
You also rebranded yourself when you did Kashan Ballou and Dirty Crawfish when you took it off. That's a rebrand. Mm-hmm. A rebrand. Good example. Coach, what would you think?
In order to maintain and stay in business, you have to hire people that are dependable and hire people that you can fire. Don't never get nobody around you that you feel like you can't let go. Mm-hmm. Always make sure that your people are teachable and coachable, and do me a favor. Just from coming from 27 years or better of business, duplicate yourself. Find you some people that you can pour into to duplicate yourself and learn how to delegate. You cannot do everything by yourself. You will burn yourself out if you cannot make you a couple of mini-me's, and that can make a couple of mini-me's. You won't be around long. You'll lose interest. Also, you have to posture yourself to know that as it gets bigger, you need to get bigger. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about bigger in thought, in thought process. You can't have a stagnant team and expect to do anything. You can't be, if you gotta catch the fish, clean the fish, cook the fish,
then
what you need with the rest of it. Yeah. So you got to always stay in boss mentality. Always never allow your employees to do something that you wouldn't do. You can't be a stand over my head, point your finger boss. You got to get in the trenches with the Grinches. And that's what I always have done. If you come into any of my restaurants, or if you came in to talk to me about anything, you would have to figure out who the boss is. I wasn't just up there sitting down and looking and got on this. I'm just looking around. No, I never was that. So I was always doing, I never asked them to do anything that I wouldn't do. Another thing, if you're going to maintain business, always set your business up properly. When I say properly, I mean financially. Don't live out your pockets. Go get a bank account and put your money in the bank account. You have a personal account and a business account. Do not go into your business account for personal stuff. And I'm going to tell you this. If your business account starts getting low and you have to go into your personal account, that means that your business is not an investment. It is a liability. It's time to come up out there and do something else different. Refocus, do something else different.
Amen. Go ahead, brother.
That's what's up.
I just had a question about that. Do you think that inspires more loyalty or respect from your employees if they know that you're willing to get in there with them, whatever? You don't like beat yourself up. Like, yes, I'm the boss, but hey, somebody didn't come in, so I'm in here frying burgers with y'all too. I'm mopping the floor. It needs to be done. Do you think that inspires, or do you think it's like a line that needs to be held? Like, hey, I understand that, but you need to get that done. I handle boss stuff. I handle the big stuff. Like,
no, it shows them. It's building character for them to see that I can create a mini boss. You see what I'm saying? I'm in there doing it. It's nothing more humble and to have humility for your boss to be in there doing something. But no, you're not doing it always. That's not nothing that you do always. But if that's what you want to do, that's what you do, and you know how to handle your time. Time is everything. Knowing how to time manage your time. But if they see you in there, it builds employees integrity. They don't mind about getting under. They don't mind about when you call them and say, hey, can you go open up or let somebody in? Can you go empty the grease trap or something? Because they seen you do it 100 times and they willing to get dirty. They don't mind about doing it. They don't mind about staying up there late and doing this because they seen you do it. You lead by example. Whatever example you get, if you have lazy workers, you are a lazy boss. Because I don't keep nothing around me that can't do nothing. I'm not going, because I'm not lazy. I'm holding you to the standard of me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I do have some leeway when people, but if you're not a sponge soaking up everything that I'm trying to teach you, and I find myself to be very fair, right? So other than that, you're showing them integrity, you're showing them humility, and you're showing them how to be a boss themselves. You're leading by example. That's what's up.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to get your thoughts on it because I think that it's my experience of working a lot of different types of jobs over the years. That if you respect your boss, you'll like break your back for them because you respect them. Like, hey, I was tired, but I'll work the extra hours because I respect them or I like this boss or they treat me with respect, even though they're a manager and I'm just a fry cook or a mop on the floor. They call me by my name, look me in the eye, they address me with respect. And they do stuff, they would help me out if I, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I don't mind doing that. If somebody is disrespectful, they're like, I'm not gonna work my off day for that person. They don't really respect me, so I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
In that situation, I'm just asking. So in you guys' situation, does that mean that? Because you know some bosses can be deceiving. You know what I'm saying? They'll do some things to make you think that they do it in order to get something out of you. You know what I'm saying? As far as like manipulation, but if you're not. I'm not saying calling you dumb, but if you're not smart enough to pick up on that, so what do you do? Because I'm telling you, I've had people to do me like that. You know, when I've worked for them.
Well, I'm gonna
say, like,
as
far as manipulate. Oh, you know, you see him over there doing what I've never had. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, he do it, you know, and I'm gonna go do it. But it's like,
but you shouldn't have to do that on a job. First of all, it shouldn't be that you're just doing it because they're doing it. I would never, as a boss, pretend or manipulate an employee to try to do anything. If they didn't do it, you know what I'm saying, and they gonna have to leave. I'm not gonna go over there and do it for them to show them how to do it. That doesn't make sense. I don't. That boss right there was a play boss, and they not gonna be in business long because they not. But I was just asking. You know, just they shouldn't be playing mind games like that. That to me that's a mind game, and that's a waste of time at work.
Well, 9 times out of 10, it's not a boss; it's a narcissist. You just work for a narcissist. That's all.
Yeah, like I said,
I mean, narcissistic people, they that's what they do. They manipulate in all type of ways, and you can have some bosses that are just that.
Right.
Do this, do that. They pointing the thing, like I said, they standing over you, do this, do that. And who wastes their time trying to pretend like they're doing something? We don't have that much time in a day. We have paper. We don't just have to do the manual stuff. We have paperwork to get done. We have to keep up with taxes. We have to keep up with Uncle Sam. We have to keep up with regulatory stuff. We don't have time to just be playing with nobody. That's why I'm quick to let you go. I'm quick to because I told you and I cannot babysit you. I cannot make you want to do a job. I cannot make you want to pay your bills. There's application. The application is thick. I'll get to the next one.
I got something kind of funny. I remember one time I was working this job. It was like a 10-day job. I was supposed to be there for 3 days. I'm thinking I'm just a normal worker. But low key, the owner of the company made me the supervisor. But I'm doing a normal job. This is how I went the whole normal day for the last 45 minutes. I didn't know I was in charge of everybody at the job.
Oh well.
Like they didn't tell me nothing. So everybody was kind of telling me to do this, that. So somebody told me, "You the one in charge." I was like, "I'm the one in charge," and everybody looked at me like him. They picked. It was like some kind of secret boss thing or whatever. And I guess he picked the minority one to be the boss. I was in charge of everybody. Didn't even know it. And I'm saying didn't even know I was the boss. Like
they probably just wanted to see. Now that's not a bad experiment.
I didn't experiment. I was thinking something like that.
That's not a bad experiment. That would be to say, like, if I was an undercover boss, I would go in and see who everybody might consider the weakest link and see how they would handle it under pressure.
I thought I was the boss. Though. It was like
those be the people that step up.
They
be the ones that you least expect.
Yeah, I was actually the real boss of the whole assignment. They was building like a hotel or something, and then.
I don't think it was like, wait a minute, I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know. I was supposed to be watching everybody, make sure everything was the material was getting handled right, and
well, maybe that's what they hired you for, the temporary service.
Yeah.
Sometimes for the temp service, they're going to ask them, right specifically, we need people just to oversee this.
And
So
I didn't
maybe-
know, and I didn't have no
this is what you got.
experience
Yeah.
of being.
That's what happened when you lie on applications sometimes.
Yeah, I told you you should have.
No, I said lie on applications.
I know these things.
No, because y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I have a homeboy.
It's the truth, though.
I ain't said no
I didn't know. I was
names. He
in
gonna
charge.
go with this. He ain't gonna be mad because nobody know. But my homeboy came out the military and decided he wanted to take a breather. So he was at a hotel and he liked the hotel. He was like, I'm gonna stay around for a little bit. And so they had a job thing come up on-site maintenance guy. He was like, this sounds interesting. He went and applied for the job, right? And they'll give people stuff just because they say military. He didn't have a clue how to fix almost anything. He was like, I'm a dude. I know how to hammer down and screw. You know what I'm saying? So my homie got the job at the hotel as the on-site maintenance dude. That he get free with room and board. He just on call. I think he got like 1 day off or whatever. So he would stay close or whatever, y'all. So I was like, bro, what you gonna do? Sometimes he'd just be chilling, y'all. You know, my house is close, so sometimes he'd come over there and drink a little beer, you know. And I was like, bro, what you gonna do? First of all, what you gonna do if you tipsy? You can be like that as long as you take care of it in 24 hours. I'm like, wow. And I'm thinking as a boss, as the owner of this hotel, you gonna run that 24 hours? If I'm drunk, I am. Secondly, I said,
it's gonna be rough.
Secondly, y'all, that got me that was so funny. I said, so what do you do if you can't fix something? And I said, so they got you in charge of electrical plumbing? He was like, everything. And I said, do you know how to do something? He said, the basic. I said, what's the basic for electrical? He said, shut everything off. It is only funny, y'all. So long story short, let me sum it up because y'all, I asked him a lot of questions and he had me laughing, okay? But long story short, I said, so what do you do? Like, they got these, locks, electrical locks. You know how most hotels are, they got a key card. How do you go fix something like that? He was like, fake it till you make it. I said that. He said, most of the time I just learn along the way. And he said, and if it get worse, you do have permission, like to call an electric company or a plumber or something like that. He said, but the most minor stuff they want me to fix. He said, I'll be tearing stuff up. He said, if it work, I'll be rigging it. They have band-aids and everything on it. He said, but I'm living free. And this works for me. So that is like a nightmare for a real boss that's running something. It's funny and we're laughing about it, y'all. But that's like terrible. And so we know that people lie on resumes and stuff like that. So I know you do background checks and stuff.
Background checks, drug screen. If you really are a suspect, you interview the person, ask some questions. Oh, so what's that? A corkscrew? Yeah, okay. Yep. Oh, thank you for your time. Nah.
Right.
Not my name.
I'm just saying, it's funny because you have to watch it, especially like, I know you were telling me about the first job you were doing where y'all gonna demo a house and you're gonna send some guys up there. So, okay, it ain't bad, but cleaning up trash ain't bad. So that might be somebody you can send out there that, ain't gotta be so strenuous with.
That's why I'm going for low-hanging fruit, like low skill or no skill labor, just this trash pickup, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not anything crazy until I really vet the person, because that's your name out there, that's your business. And if something happens, that's on you. Because you're the person who's supposed to vet the person.
Right.
They don't care, they just want results. That's what people want. They want results. So.
They want it done, they just want it done right.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, I want everybody to give an example of what y'all think will be a good business startup. Like, like say for instance, you want to be self-employed, you saved up, a couple $1,000s or whatever. What do y'all think that are some good startup self-employment business things? What do y'all think?
I say,
What y'all think? What's something easy to do? Okay, one thing I've seen going around now, it might not carry money every day. I don't know how it'll work, but I've seen this pretty interesting, is those people now are starting to get those 360 camera things. And they go set up for parties and stuff like that. I know you probably had to find something else to do, but I guess maybe you can find your location, like maybe in the mall, or rent you a little spot where people come by and take photos. I don't know. We're taking guess on good business startups.
Selling Victoria's Secret, what's that, Mary Kay or whatever?
No, well, Mary Kay is great. Mary Kay is good. That's a good little small investment.
Don't you get like a Cadillac or something if you sell like a pink?
I think you got to get up there for that, y'all. I think you got to get up there for that.
I'd probably target like a small town that's near a bigger town, but that doesn't have like a lot of things for the youth to do. And I'd probably like build like maybe like a a sports center, like a gym slash boxer or MMA gym, because that's popular, so the kids can go, adults can go. And then maybe have on the side, like expand that to like make a shooting archery range. That's gonna be an all-around thing. So, because I know that's an interest in those types of areas. You can't have too many shooting or ranges or whatever, because people like to do that. And you need like a gym. People like gyms because you don't have to, especially in a small town, you're gonna drive out far. And then I'd have something for like the youth, like maybe boxing or MMA or whatever. And people like to put their kids and stuff like that. So I think that'd be possible.
That is. Yeah. Well, we gotta think. Say y'all, we were thinking on a budget. What are some businesses that y'all know that people can start up, maybe with like a $5,000 or $10,000 budget?
I say run out a club and get all the ticket sales.
No, that's too much. That's a little risky.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's leave this for the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
What club?
How we gonna do that?
You get all the
some
ticket
people
sales
look
like
at money like that, and that's not a lot of money, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you gotta have structure and discipline. You know, I know some people look at $1,000 and they running for it. They like, oh, I'm rich. Have y'all seen that thing?
Your insurance and stuff? Oh, you gonna be? Oh,
I gotta tell y'all.
Like you buy the bar, like you rent it from the bar, like you rent the club, and then you get your money back on the tickets and all the drinks that they sell.
Too risky.
Perhaps a party
a lot of stuff.
Party bus.
A lot of stuff is risky, but that's hecka risky.
Yeah, I know this.
And I want to say this with a joke. This, since he said it, y'all, this funny. It was circulating on Facebook and TikTok for a while. It was a girl on there, and the guy was interviewing her, and he was talking about employment, being self-employed, right? And so he was like, so how long have you been self-employed? I think she said for about 10 months, right? And he was like, that's awesome. So if you know you can make it almost a year, it's hard the first year, right? So he asked her, well, how much money have you made in the first 10 months? And she said, oh, I made a whole lot. He was like, can you give us like a ballpark? She was like, I made like a whole $1,000.
A whole
$1,000. And y'all, that's where it was so funny. That's why it went viral. Because she said it was such a straight face. And the dude, the interviewer, y'all, you know, he stopped and he got crickets. My whole point of bringing that up, because I know a lot of people seen that clip, because I was laughing too.
I didn't see it, but I'm thinking, what's your overhead? Because is that an actual profit?
But it was funny because she said it with a straight face. I mean, they would have a straight interview, and then when she said it $1,000, and he was like, and you know, it got cricket. They was like, he looked at the camera like, was she serious? He was waiting on saying another number. But my point of bringing that up, y'all, is that a lot of people think that $1,000 is a lot of money. A lot of people think that $5,000 is a lot of money. A lot of people think that $10,000 is a lot of money, and it is as far as investment, but it is not when you're thinking in the long run of a business. That's basically what I want to say. Now, if you make $10,000 in your first 10 months, that's still not a lot of money. Y'all, they're not looking at it like that.
Because it took too long for you to make the $10,000.
Right, unless it's something like, so for instance, if you're working from home and you have no overhead, I don't know what job you're going to be doing or something like that, you're making $1,000 a month sitting there, you know, that might be okay. But you need something in addition to that. We're not talking about like survival off of $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's like another piece of something extra income. We're not talking like that. But what I'm saying to you is that you want to try to find a lucrative something to where you can live off of it. Those are the suggestions I'm talking about. What do y'all think are, you know?
I think that you should always open a business off of your strengths. What are your strengths? What do you do around the house that's just a hobby? I mean, do you like to bake? Start selling sweets and cookies and stuff. Do you like to make candies? Are you good at that? Make candies, the candy grapes and pineapples and stuff. Can you cook? Sell plates. Can you cater? Start catering. Those are things that are going to bring back a residual profitable income really fast, because people are going to eat. They're going to eat when they don't pay their bills. People are going to eat. They will find money to eat. They will find money to eat. If you want to make T-shirts, $5,000 is a great start to make a T-shirt business. You can get the machines and everything. But always do something that you like to do, not that you're just made to do. If you can braid hair, start right there. Mm-hmm. If you can put on lace fronts and stuff, or makeup, if you're a makeup artist, do that. Start that. You have to start somewhere, but always focus on your strengths, because your weaknesses will make you give up. And then you work on your weaknesses later, because you're going to need some of your weaknesses for your strengthful areas.
Amen. 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 Now, Ms. Coach Quee has just given some great startup businesses that are not very expensive. There are a lot of things that you can do, and we're giving great examples. Like that was awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like T-shirts and stuff, and those are all businesses under 5,000, and there are businesses you can start under 1,000.
Right.
2,500. You just got to put your mind to it. Like you say, use your mind. Figure out something. I mean, like you say, if you can't bake or can't cook, even with baking and cooking stuff, all those are going to have some type of overhead.
Right.
Like you say, starting a little sweet business of cookies, that's something that you can start with a couple $100.
Right.
You might even start that off with $100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, find your passion. And so that's a great bonus of saying, going back to what I said, before you start up a business, what is one of the things about it? Think about what you're good at. Somebody already said that over here. Can't remember who it was. But think about what you're great at.
And I want to add on to that and be cognizant of, is there a need for it? Because if I'm up here like, I'm really good at making wooden dolls, is there a need for that? And people really like, man, I don't need a wooden doll. I'm wasting money.
There's wooden dolls now.
I'm just saying, like, there should be like people really want this. I'm passionate about it, so it translates to I can do this for a business, not just something really obscure where it's like, well, I'm translating ancient Egyptian. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yes. That I totally agree with that. That make sure it's something that's relevant. It's something that you like doing. That's like now another good business I've been seeing a lot of young people doing is starting lemonade stands. That doesn't have a big overhead. We have people that are doing crocheting clothes and stuff. That's really great. That's something sit at home that you can do sitting on your porch. There are a lot of businesses that you can do just selling right off your front porch. Nowadays it is kind of scary letting people know where you live at. Well, 9 times 10, a lot of people know where you stay anyway. But there are flea markets that you can rent booths from. A lot of those flea markets are pick up and go to where it's $25 a day or something to the sort of that. That's a good way to get your business name out there. I say that no matter what you do, whether you do your business online, flea market, just from word of mouth, get you some business cards so that way you can pass them around when you're out and about.
I'm sorry, we have a question off of Facebook for you.
Okay.
I mean not Facebook, but YouTube. It's TT. Hey, Mr.
Hey,
T.
TT.
Hey.
She said, what about like body cream, soaps, and
yes.
body and beard? She said, are those good low-cost startup business?
They actually are, TT. In fact, maybe you should inbox me. I started a new company, Organics, and a lot of what doing body creams and stuff like that is just getting a wholesaler to buy your products from. Now, if you're going to do body cream stuff, are you going to make your own? So when you whatever business it is that you're going to do with the body creams and stuff, and I'm staying on that note, are you going to make your own or are you just going to buy? You can buy wholesale in bulk and break it down and resell it with your brand on it. A lot of people don't understand that. And that's one of those free gems that I'm passing on now. Like with Organics, my company, I'm actually making my own products. But what I am buying in bulk is the oils and the creams to make the stuff with. So it all starts somewhere, and I realize that the food chain starts up there. We got people that are out there buying it from, say they're getting it from Africa or wherever they're getting it from. I know it's a lot of places that they sell a lot of their stuff over here. They sell it in bulk where you can get a bulk of raw shea butter, mango butter. You can get the African soaps and stuff. So it goes from up here. You got somebody that's making it in bulk, then they selling it in bulk. Then you got people breaking it down, selling it right here. Then you got people breaking it down and they're making new products and selling their products. That's pretty much where I'm at. I'm making products out of bulk products to do it. So yes, doing creams and lotions is a good low-cost startup. You just have to maybe like, I was going to say like for me, I started buying like not trial sizes, but maybe 16-ounce bottles, 12-ounce bottles of stuff, of different stuff, playing with it first before I got into gallons and bulks. So you can budget that out and figure out some stuff, but you got to see what works and everything. When you go into body creams and stuff, it's just a big wide variety because you got people that are allergic to certain things, coconut, palm oil, certain perfumes and stuff. So that's just where that has to be at. So you got to maybe try to get you some of your friends or just some people around you and give them some samples. So the one thing with doing any type of product, be prepared to do some samples.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get
Are you
everybody.
okay?
YouTube. Can we say a big shout out to Cool Bama? He said this person says they're liking the show. They're gonna catch up with it because they're at work right now. It was like, could they get a shout out? I'm just saying.
Shout out to whoever that is. Obama.
Shout out Obama.
Obama.
Cool Bama.
Cool burner.
Bama. B-U.
You got it right.
I got it right. It's about who is it?
You got it right. Cool burner.
Oh, okay. I thought it said Cool Burner. What's up, Cool Burner? Thank you. Shout out to the show, guys. Okay.
Well, we can't read.
So y'all want us to get somebody else that can't read? We had to get the cameraman to say it. So Cool Burner, thank you for watching the show.
No, that's a burner.
Where your glasses at?
Now you know it's bad when the cameraman come out and say that. You know,
Thank you, cameraman. We got Iconic in the background, y'all. Y'all checking out Iconic Media. Speaking of business, Iconic is a young man. Our cameraman, I've been knowing him since he was 8 years old. I saw his mother put a camera in his hand. I might have known him before he was 8. Maybe before then. I know it's been a long time. I'm not gonna throw my age all the way out there, but I know he just had a birthday for 31. So think about that. I've been knowing that young man a long time. His mom is my mentor. Shout out to Miss Tanya. She out there geeking, yes. And but I wanted to say that because we're talking about businesses. So Iconic, our cameraman, since he spoke up, he doing his job back there. He started his own business. Y'all look out for Iconic Media if y'all need photography, any kind of website stuff. I know they work together to do it. They can do it all between him and his mom. Can get it done. But that young man started his own networking, and he does music videos. He makes beats. I looked up and I'm like, dang boy, you making movies? He does. He got Frenchies. You know, he does a lot of stuff. And what I'm saying is that when we were just talking about doing one thing, sometimes you got to brand it. You got to open up. You got to keep doing things. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, it's a lot of people around. You know, like Iconic is great at what he doing, film stuff. But he knows other dudes out there that do podcasts, stuff like that. They may not be as good as he is, but they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And even with that being said, it's something he's going to brand about himself that make him outset the other ones. And that's basically what we're saying about when you're starting a business or something like that. You got to brand yourself and be something different. You know, be ready to change around it. Like I said, that young man got 5 jobs positioned with Iconic Media right there that you can call on him for. So if you need a music video, call Iconic. You need a commercial done, call Iconic. You want to breed your Frenchie, call Iconic. And that's what I'm saying is like when you're self-employed, you have to have multiple avenues. You got to have your mind open. While one thing is running, run something another way.
Right.
You
Keep
know
your
what
eyes
I'm
on your own paper. That's how you're able to be successful. Keep your eyes on your own paper. You can't be, you're not pocket watching and worry about, you can't do it. I can't worry about what you got and what gig you got. I'm worried about me. That's how you get things done. When you brand it, you brand it to yourself. Right. Not to everybody else. You're not trying to keep up with nobody else. I don't care. He don't care who doing podcasts and who doing that. He doing his thing. Long as he put his foot in it, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter because they're going to call him.
That's right.
They're gonna call me. I don't care. I don't care what nobody else do. I stand on business by myself.
Amen.
I don't think you gotta be like this in business, but be humble when I say this, y'all. You gotta think that you are the ish yourself.
That's right.
Can't nobody do it like me. Can't nobody do it like me. As long as you keep that attitude, can't nobody do it like me, but keep it inside. I'm talking about humble with it. Humble with it, and just know your gifts will make room for you.
Amen. Amen. Iconic, how long you been in business? Just one last question real quick.
Since 2018.
Alrighty, now y'all hear that? Y'all hear what I'm saying? Like I know that he was DJing at the club with his mom. Y'all remember he was a DJ at Cozy's. They did a whole lot. A whole lot. You know, and everything, just think about it. Everything that I just said this young man is doing with his brand branches around the same thing, whether it's music, whether it's videos, whether it's this, whether it's that. You know what I'm saying? It's all something of his same interest that keeps him interested in what he's doing. So he's not going to get burned out doing what he's doing because there's too many different avenues of it. That's how you maintain stability. And that's what I was going to say. We was talking about long running businesses.
I just want to say one thing. Hey, y'all of the world, we need to give everybody up here Especially Chris back there with a big hand. To stay in business like that, that's a lot.
Yes,
That's a lot.
amen.
I commend all of y'all for it. Yes.
Thank you.
Look for
You
about
too. You
Now,
too,
y'all
sister.
got it.
You've been doing it a whole
Y'all
long.
got
And what I want to tell you is the dirty crawfish actually was a dope name.
Thank you.
I don't care what nobody say. And that's like a brand. You know what I'm saying? It's a brand. So if you do it with a band thing, it ain't gonna hurt to bring that back up every now and then. Don't be listening to other people tell you something. If they think your name is too long, add another name to it. You know what I'm saying? Say that with it when you say it with
That's my thing too. In doing business or branding yourself, you have to be you. I can't be what you want me to be. If you like dirty crawfish, let that be. That's unique. That's a catchy. That is you. That's what you want. Stop people pleasing. If you're gonna be in business, you can't people please. Not everybody. Listen, your customers are your customers. That's just that. Whoever wants you, they want you. Your consumers are your consumers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be me, and you can't change for them because the same ones that's telling you they don't like the name. Guess what? They'll change their name.
They probably won't even buy it either. And you got to remember that being your own boss, you're going to make conscious decisions to say, screw people and their opinions every now and then. Because I'm going to tell you right now, dirty crawfish is very catchy. Very, very catchy. Matter of fact, ain't crawfish dirty anyway? When you think of crawfish, you think of dirt.
But I can say one thing that I did do. Like you said, I did get it LLC. So, I mean, I can always go back. I can go back and forth too. You know what I'm saying?
But don't swap up when people say the name's too long or something like that. Just
no, but they would
abbreviate it in. Call me what you want. You can call me, okay, what's your name? CB in a dirty crawfish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sound balloon. They can go a whole lot of ways. CB in the dirty crawfish or CB in the dirty and CFs. CB in the dirty TFs. That's crawfish.
I'm telling you.
I'd have said something smart to him. I'd abbreviated for
I never once thought about it. When God gave me the name of my restaurant, I named it that Big Back Bistro. If you got a problem with me saying Big Back, get your back unbig.
I like the way you say it.
Listen, you're not gonna be over there. Listen, I got all the big backs because we eat, and that's what it is. And I thought about it. I said, God, you sure bistro is small? That's like French and stuff. In Paris, it's small portion. He said, that's why I said big back. Big backs don't have small portions.
Right.
So it's Big Back Bistro. I ain't changing it. If you're mad, don't be a big back.
I don't know why y'all want to be mad at that name. Y'all know that name is funny. When she first told me, I said it for 3 days straight, didn't I? Every time you see me on in the chair with Miss JB, I was like, I'm hungry now. I need some Big Back Bistro, but I don't want my back to be big. You know what I'm saying? But see, being an entrepreneur, you know you gotta be. That's how y'all know she's an entrepreneur, because the way she thinks. Entrepreneurs, we think out of the box. We are some of the most creative people ever. You'll think of the most weirdest thing. The different name, matter of fact, I'm going to say this. When y'all get a chance, y'all check out Big Back Bistro and look at her menu. Look at the name of them plates. That is innovative thinking at the most. That's something creative. I don't care. That goes back, and I'm going to say it like this. I'm not being no hater. I'm not trying to be funny. But that goes back to Fat Ho Burger. The name was catchy.
Yes.
That's why everybody went. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that was the thing right there. That girl had it. But what it was is that what we talked about today, maintaining structure, stability, consistency. Those are the things she didn't have. And as y'all see, if you try to run in that circle again, you cannot keep doing the same thing the same way and failing. Don't get me wrong, if at first you don't succeed, try again, but don't try the exact same way. And that's why that girl did not succeed.
You gotta come at it.
It ain't because she was doing people wrong, but she continued to do people wrong. You can get away with doing some type of karma. God got a way of paying you if you're doing stuff and you're not intentionally doing stuff wrong. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But when they roll down to it, you can have a good brand and mess it up. Yeah. By not having the right mind frame on. So each and every last one of us bosses in this room today done told you that you gotta have structure. You gotta have a plan. Write it out, because I forget things, you know what I'm saying? I might not forget it, but if it's steps to necessary to doing things, and you know you're a forgivable person, then write them steps out. That's what I meant earlier when I was saying if you're gonna be lazy and you know you got to do your lazy route as long as it get done. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't say I've been in business 24 years and I've had some lazy days, but the business still ran. So what I'm saying is that you cannot adopt those lazy habits because everybody's human. So I'm not saying that you can't never be lazy in business. I'm saying don't make it a habit of being lazy in business. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because we done all had moments. You know what I'm saying? And going in the future, we're gonna still have some more moments.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all got me up off the couch.
And we love it. And that's one thing I'm telling you about is that look how your structure changed just because of something that you wanted to do. This person here said, do what you want to do. This person said you gotta have a desire to do it. I'm saying you gotta like doing it, do it every day. Right. So all I'm saying is that it's gotta be in you. That's something you gotta want to do. And I've been saying that to you a lot of episodes, like Sean, you ain't this because you want to do this. And when you want to do something and you push it, that's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing, and I love you, sister, because I've seen growth in you. You know what I'm saying? Just it's a beautiful thing, even if it was just because you had the love of having sisters and brothers around you that are not by blood, but encouraging. Because like we say, one thing all of us agree in this room, I ain't got to say it, I'm going to say it only because I'm talking now, is that you got to surround yourself with people that are moving in the same direction. And even if they ain't moving in a direction with you and y'all working on the same thing, at least you can look over at them and say, yeah. You can look over and say, well, at least they ain't going that way and talking, complaining and walking backwards. I ain't walking backwards with them because a lot of people do that. Yeah. Do y'all remember, and I'm gonna say this about being on a temp service, because I think everybody done been there once in their life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you know, it ain't happening very often, but even myself back in the gap, I remember going to a temp service and going through, we all working. Do y'all remember a group of adults? And I know y'all done all seen it, even if y'all didn't roll with the punches, because that's what I had when I realized life was different. Everybody be there and they go like, well, y'all, it's going to be rotating show. They say one thing somebody don't like, and then one person is a chain reaction. Oh, no, I ain't going to be doing that. I think I'm about to go and walk out. And you walk out too, and forget that y'all ain't going out. Hey, I know y'all done seen it before. And then one person go and just walk out, another person go and walk out, another person, and everybody don't even know why they even walking out. They just like, everybody done been there, they didn't want to be the last one.
I had a job like that. It rotated shift, but I stayed on. I worked. They put me on third shift. You know, I never. That was my first time. But I stayed on third shift. So I got frostbite, and then it just made me go back on second shift. But
okay, well, no, I'm talking about walking off on the job.
They was walking over. They said because they had seniority or whatever. People started walking. They said we switched all y'all to third shift. We was working second shift, and then they put all us on third shift, and that was. But I hung in there though.
My point of saying is this: and a lot of times in the corporate world, I see a lot of monkey see, monkey do.
I seen that. I seen it. They all walked up.
I think we all done seen it before, and I think that was a wake up call for me during the last time that I did have to work for a temp service. I think I might have been 19 or 20, y'all, somewhere in there. And I was in school, hair school, so I was working my way out, working the plan. You know, sometimes you got to go with it, because I never forget y'all going to state board the first time and only time, but I was like, I can't even afford to go back. I had to save up 2 months to get the money to go to Austin, get the hotel room, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and get the money, pay for my babysitters and everything. So you got to be driven. But I've seen it. I remember sitting there and watching everybody walk out, and I was sitting there like, I gotta pay for my exam. You know what I'm saying? I can't get it. I don't want to do this either. But we got to do it. Yes, sir.
See, in my opinion, people like that are they're not focused on anything important, or they would do that. They're just going through the motions, like, I just need to get money to pay it. But they're not focused on anything like, I'm doing this, even if I don't want to, like my prison job. I didn't want to sit there and deal with offenders all day again, but I said, I have a focus, so I went. That's why I worked overtime. I could have worked regular shift, but I'm like, I have a plan. So I'm doing this for a purpose. People are like, oh, for a purpose. That's right. That's what I'm doing. Even when we're short, or we have some really bad conditions, or some really foul bosses that were incompetent, it doesn't matter. Because I'm here, I'm gonna do the job, I'm gonna suck it up, because I have a plan. That's the whole point. So that's like with you, the hair school. You're like, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and get this money, so I can go ahead and get my hair. They're up there. Well, if you can afford to do that, fine. But me, nah, I have a plan, so I'm gonna stick it out. That's if you don't have a plan, you can do that. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. What do you mean?
Yeah. People play around like that, and that's even like when I went to my state exam. You know, people that fail, oh, you got 2 or 3 times to go back. That's when I was like, oh, I'm not going back.
I mean, if you can afford it, I guess, but I mean.
I couldn't afford it mentally, physically, you know what I'm saying, because I was a mother. So it was all about leaving my house and going and doing this. I didn't want to do none of that. I couldn't afford it. So all I'm saying is that I knew it was part of the plan, you know, of getting to where I wanted to be. But at the same time, it's also a different when you know that is your only way. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, some people just play with life. I just ain't never played with life like that.
Well, that's when you're hyper focused, because you know you're against the wall
like that. I don't play with life.
And you got to perform, so that's when you like, boom, I'm performing.
Yeah.
Because you have something to fight for. Them people probably have anything to fight for, like, oh, well, whatever. You're like, hey, this is for me and my kids. I'm passing this the first time around. I'm not. That's it. I'm doing this for a purpose.
Some of them didn't even go to school the whole time, but they didn't go to state bar. I was like, wow, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But anyways, y'all, let's start talking about some of our first jobs. And the reason being because I want to see where people's mentality was. My first job, I sold candy at school. That's the first hustle that y'all get invested in the job. I was really being funny when I said that, y'all. But then after that, I actually worked at Wendy's. I was in charge of the salad bar. That was my job at 16. What was your first job? And when did you know you wanted to be a boss? Like,
okay, my first job, my first official job on paper was I was 16 years old and I was a busboy at IHOP. Okay. I actually close in the city in Waco, the one that closed down by the Baylor.
Yeah,
that one with it's like the little.
Yeah. You ain't had no job before that, none on paper, like no little side.
No, I did, but I'm saying officially because I worked for my grandmother at her furniture store.
Mm-hmm. That's a job.
I know, but I mean, we worked there for a month and we got paid. I remember, and she said she shouldn't have paid us that because we took breaks. She gave us a nickel. I'm in a quarter roll. For real, 2 months. We got up at like 6 in the morning and we left around 8 or 9 o'clock that night for 2 months.
Granny was mean. Granny said I should have paid the job.
Yeah, like go eat that sandwich with jungle juice. And I was like, all right.
Sorry, that's so old school. But you know what? In reality,
they said y'all so sorry. I'm like, we worked every day. I ain't never hired. You got Charlie. We're 12. What do you? So yeah, I was like, okay, that's
y'all know back in the day though that that you know people taught their kids
hard lessons.
Hard lessons. And good labor. Do y'all know that's how it got transferred on? Even going way back to slavery days. I know this might sound crazy, but everybody learned to trade. You know, they would go from, say for instance, if your slaves knew how to do a roof, you would borrow mine and trade mine out and go do it. So it's like you taught somebody something up under you. You know, and I feel like we definitely need to go back to that. Like I'm always telling even my brother, dude on the couch, and he's 34 and my son is 19. I'm like, I'm about to teach y'all how to be men and show y'all stuff. So I'm always telling them something, teaching them something, even if it's hammering something. You know what I'm saying? And I think that any way we can, we should go to that. I'm teaching the kids in the neighborhood gardening. We've got a garden going, y'all. We got some tomatoes, some peppers, some onions, and we got pineapples. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show them something, you know, one way or another. And I'm always open to, you know, teach anybody little stuff I have. Like, y'all been doing hair so long, I feel like that's all I know. I mean, I know some paper stuff, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, but now I'm into gardening and stuff. So if I can teach some kids how to make some stuff live and not kill it. Yeah, so I do have some green thumbs, y'all, so just in case, you know, get down, I can grow some fruit, y'all. We're going to let y'all know we eat some of my stuff out the garden. It's going down. But I think that growing up, I seen all kids have little candy stores, cool pops and stuff like that. Children, that is a good thing to do this summer. Get you some money and buy you some candy and sell it sitting outside to your friends. You know what I'm saying? What y'all gonna think? We ready to wrap the show up, so we're gonna give some last little minute advice to the people here. Also, before we do that though, I want to honor our guest with one of our deeply rooted things. He's solid, y'all. Hold up, I can't get it out. I got it. We got a little something for you. We're gonna get your t-shirt. Hold on, I'll get it. We got that. This is so you can put on your desk or your new office. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hook it up. And
nice.
Yes.
It's Christmas.
You with the lease now, so you got a little desk. So when they come in there, then you can they get a mint off your desk. So open it up. You got to show them your stuff. Yeah. So and give people though when they in their office and somebody asking you for a little bit of advice. You know what I'm saying?
This is nice.
Yes. Little candy dish for your desk. If somebody comes in your office and they want to ask a little business advice, like I'm working for you now, what advice you gonna give me? Anything else you want to give them in business? Because this is Business 101. I hope you guys learned something. Y'all still can ask us some questions later, but we're gonna give y'all some ending tips. What you think?
I would say personally, it's a good analogy. Like act like you're on stage. Like always act like you're being watched. Be professional always because you don't know who's watching.
Okay.
That can affect your business. That can affect the future deal down the line because I might act nasty, and then that same person I might run into them or somebody that knows them down the line. They say they report back. That can mess me out of a good blessing.
Yes.
So always be professional. Always like just keep professional.
Amen. Coach Queen.
Take care of business and business will take care of you.
Amen.
That's just that.
Amen. Me, I'm going to say, get up, get out, and get something. Make something happen because something is not going to happen for you.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that song.
Yeah. And I always love that song. They were saying, you can't, what they say, you need to get up, get out, and get something. Give us some keys. Don't wait the days of your life pass you by. You need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. Come on, you need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass you by.
I remember
You need to
that song.
get up, get out, and get something. If you and I got to do for you and I.
It's in black and white or blue, or what? The video was in black and white or blue.
I don't know, but it was dope.
I remember
that stuck with me, y'all. I don't remember how old I was when the song came out, but I know when it came out, I was like, yeah. Get up, let me go do something. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that ever since. So whenever I'm up and moving, it's always get up and get something done. I don't care what it is. It can be something small. I like what you said earlier, Derek. You said even in that you had, in 2012 and COVID time, you were doing little things. So doing something small, whether it's writing a business plan, even if you ain't going to execute it yet, write it out. Start making little steps to what you're going to do when you're getting toward to it. If you know that you already got the name for it, go ahead and get your LLC. Go ahead and do your DBA. You can go down to the state comptroller office and go ahead and, is it the comptroller office? No, it's not the comptroller office. It's down at the tax assessor office, but tax assessor's office. Second floor, records building. Go get your DBA. It costs less than $30. Your assumed name, open up your bank account. All those are little small things you can do. It takes $50 to open up your bank account and your business name. You make sure you want to do that. You want to go down there and get your sales tax stuff. So if you're going to sell stuff, then you can not pay taxes until quarterly or once a year, however you want to do it. You just want to prepare yourself to be 2 steps ahead and not 2 steps behind. That's what I say every time. That's what keeps me in business, y'all. I'm always ahead. Even with the Deeply Rooted show, they'll tell y'all I cook fresh for us most of the time. I think maybe out this season, maybe once or twice I had to buy food. Coach Queen, we be making sure it come together. It ain't just me, y'all. She might be like, I'm too busy, Jay. Here's the money, go to the store. But you gotta go cook it. Next season, y'all, we gonna have her cooking stuff.
I want a fat bag.
Yeah, we all gonna have fat bags for season 3, y'all. That's gonna be what's wrong. We gonna be talking about big bag, big stroke. But yeah, so you always gotta be prepared. I'm gonna say it again. Stay 2 steps ahead and not 2 steps behind. Now, our two people on the couch, on the chairs over here. Do y'all have anything y'all wanna end us out with real quick?
No, nothing I can think of, but stay focused and motivated.
Alrighty. What about you, French Fry?
I'm ready to hit this. Come on.
Alrighty. So with that being said, y'all, I hope that y'all learned something from the show today. We want to give another big shout out to Derek Ferguson over here. He got the staff and services. Go ahead and give him information to contact you with
I'm
get
on
jobs
under Derek Ferguson. The name of the company is dvfhealthcarestaffers.com. The website, my Facebook page. Hit me up on LinkedIn.
Yeah, tell us the website page. Tell us the Facebook page.
It's just the same thing. DVF Healthcare Staffers.
Okay.
DVF Healthcare Staffers. And the website, same thing. DVFhealthcarestaffers.com. Yeah, just hit me up and send me your resume.
All right.
Work something out.
Go ahead and shoot a telephone number.
Telephone number is on my business card. It's 214-730-3666. Yes, I know. I'm gonna do something about that. But yeah.
Sometimes you can't help what number they give you.
Yeah.
That's the number you got. All right. Coach Quee over here. Y'all know she got Big Back Bistro. Quee, go ahead and tell them your business hours and contact number. Y'all can look her up on Facebook under Big Back Bistro to see that menu. Go check it out.
I'm closed Sunday and Monday, and then whatever other day I feel like I ain't supposed to be there.
That's what being a boss is about.
For real.
Tell y'all.
For real. You better let them know.
Yes.
Most of my hours are from 10 to 4. On Friday and Saturday, 10 to 6. Or if I feel like 4, it's going to be 4. Y'all just look me up and come see me. Come get something to eat. Swell it back up.
Already. We got Miss Kashawn Ballou over here, aka French Fry for Hire. Y'all doing parties, graduations, all kinds of stuff. Y'all hit her up. Y'all know how to find her on Facebook, social media. We got Dude on the Couch over here. He now has Dude on the Couch protection sales.
Yeah.
He's also the fakest guy, so y'all keep that open. We'll have
selling mates, everything, protection, all that. Come down, Brady's Face and buy some. I got all you want. Bear mates, all that.
That's gonna be Tuesday through Saturdays for him. His location will be opening up next door to the Brazen Face Salon. Y'all know y'all got me, Miss JB, the Waco Alien. I'm over here at Brazen Face. I'm Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Y'all hit me up. I have the Brazen Face notary service. I also have Texas heat jars for a little healthy nighttime kick flavor for you. And we also got organics. The all organic product company featuring my butter, moisture maintenance line, the dreaded braid butter, beer butter, butter oil drops. You already know we got all those oils that y'all may need. Shea butter, castor oil, avocado oil, black seed oil, pumpkin seed oil that you might need to start your own little oil companies if y'all gonna be mixing up some stuff. Holla at your girl. I got it in bulk. Okay?
Saturday I'll be at Slow Rise Pizza on MLK. And then after that, I'll be at Marie's Wine Shop downtown on Austin Street if y'all want to see some music.
All right, and y'all catch us next week. It's going to be the final episode for Season 2 of Deeply Rooted Vodcast Show. Yay! We've been putting it down. We got one last show good for y'all. Maybe a couple another good in-betweens, 2.10s. And we'll let y'all know. In the meantime, y'all need some more business advice. Y'all hit one of us up on this panel. We'll be glad to help y'all and point y'all in the direction where we can't help y'all. If somebody else can help y'all in the business y'all need. Y'all stay connected and deeply rooted at all times. Yay! Hey. She all be.
Deeply rooted. 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 Deeply rooted.